Most of the people in the world today, they are following a religious activity. But some people do not follow the religious activities. Mostly Asian people give priority to their religious activity. Hinduism, Islamic and Buddhist, they allocated time, money for the religious activity. Among these religions, the Buddhism is not a religion, but it is a science. The Buddha was not a religious leader, but a great scientist. But today, the great science that the Buddha understood and preached has been gradually suppressed, and religious ideology has spread all over the world. In Sri Lanka, Thailand, and Myanmar, which are now known as the Buddhist countries, the Buddhism can be divided into two parts, the Theravada and the Mahayana. The above countries following the Theravada system. Buddhism has been replaced by the concept of religion. Buddhists in these countries now have also forgotten about Nibbana. Instead of Nibbana, the religious doctrines of worship and application are still prevalent in these Buddhist countries today. In these countries, too, the practice of going to heaven after death instead of practicing Nirvana. And they try to send their loved ones after death, as well as they too do lot of religious activities to accumulate to merits to go to heaven after death. Nirvana is an exercise that should be understood and practiced before death, not acquired after death. But the path to Nirvana which the Buddha preached before death. Unfortunately, today Buddhists around the world are practicing this as a process of gaining good rebirth after death. The Buddha understood Nibbana to be a scientific method of stopping rebirth after death. But that scientific method has gradually changed over time, and today the word Nibbana has become so distorted that even the word Nibbana cannot be understood. This religion was perverted by people like Devadatta during the time of the Buddha. Today it has undergone the most drastic changes, but at the first glance it is not possible to understand with such a perversion that Buddhism has undergone such distortions. This is because the myth is so pervasive around the world, that the myth is so pervasive that it is impossible to identify this distortion as a distortion. The foundation of the Buddhism is the Paticca but this Paticca has become completely distorted today. Paticca is the activity of consciousness in the present moment. But unfortunately for the human being in the world today, the Paticca which the Buddha has adapted to the present moment, but in the present world the Paticca is interpreted as being applied to three souls. They are the former soul, the present soul, and the next soul. In the next time we are trying to guide you to understand about little by little the Paticca and how do you gain the Nibbana.